In real life, if you had to go to the casino, that would suck.
I did have to go to this casino.
Well, yeah, did you accidentally fall into a pair of spikes?
No, my mom and dad were like...
Did you get stuck in here and almost suffocate? Luckily there's a spring you can hold down?
No, worse things happened. My mom and dad were like...
you went to bouncy area over here.
My mom and dad were like, we're visiting soon, but we want to go to Vegas. Would you go with us? And I was like, nah, I don't want to go to Vegas. And they were like, but we're going on a road trip. And I'm like...
Now I want to go.
No, yeah, I was like, I do want to go on a road trip, but I hate Vegas.
Dude,
I don't like
Vegas
casinos. And they were like, okay, how about this? You just stay in the hotel and like watch TV or whatever, and then like after a day or two, we'll just go on the road trip. I'm like, fine. But then when it came to that point, they were like, they kept trying to make me go out and do shit in Vegas, even though I fucking hate it. And then one day, I got really like annoyed and just like walked back to the hotel, and then there was a bunch of like hookers and like scary dudes trying to like get me to do stuff, and they were like harassing me.
Dude, Las Vegas is scary.
By Strumpet's Most Foul?
There was this bunch of raggedy old fucking bitch prostitutes. Like, they were nasty, and they were like, hey, big tall guy, come over here. And I was like, no. And then like I was saying it out loud, like, stop.
Chris,
yeah?
Chris,
What?
when I went to Las Vegas, well, we were trying to pass time because, yeah, Las Vegas is really expensive. It's funny, like, everything there is like $40 more than it normally would be.
I'm sick of shitty places costing so much, like fucking Disneyland. Dude, Disneyland was the biggest fucking piece of shit ever this year, and it cost so much money. But anyway, go on.
No.
The same with Vegas. It's shit and it costs too much.
Las Vegas is basically you go there because they know you're going to at least make something back. So they can like, because you will. Like I made like $80 in like 20 minutes.
You're so right. Everyone makes their money back at Vegas.
Yeah, but you have to know when to fold because like you're not going to be getting to the 100,000 unless you're a lunatic or you're lucky. But so when I went there, I was like, all right, $80. I've almost spent like $200 now, and it's only been one day. This is a bad sign. We were like, I want to pass time. So we looked around, and there was these guys who were like, hey, you want to have a good time? And he was like handing us cards. And I was like, yeah. And so I just walk around, and we went with John. So everybody who was there, I was just grabbing cards. People were like, you want to meet her? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, do you have any more of her? And I just kept grabbing cards. And like, I had a huge stockpile of nudie girls who wanted to be banged, and they would probably rob you. And then when we got back to the hotel room, we made a battling trading card game with the girls.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah, like the breast size gave them like more strength, and like depending on what they did, they would have like better defense.
Yeah, I remember
it was really fun.
Wait a minute,
I'm in hell. I don't know how to get out of here.
Wait,
yeah, what?
Why does it look like Vegas?
It's because we're in Vegas.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Why does it look?
But that was the funnest I had in Vegas when I wasn't getting ripped off.
When you're fucking creating a card game out of hooker cards with fucking dead hookers that don't probably exist anymore. They're using the same old art that they fucking stole.
That didn't cost Corey a penny. See, if you know how to do Vegas right, it doesn't have to be expensive.
Oh, this is a boss. That's cool.
This boss is annoying if you get like in a loop. But if you can do this...
Yeah.
He's gonna come in and go, hello, Sonic, do you want to meet some girls?
Check out this bad one.
He's handing Sonic cards and he's just collecting them. No!
Oh, but
hey, homeboy,
you know, dude, those
need a
hooker
bump.
cards, you just see them on the side of the street as a kid, and you're like, yes, please, and you put them in your pocket.
Yeah.
And then your dad is like, why is your pocket so heavy?
If I was a kid and some man in his like late 40s was like, hey, you want to have a good time? But I'm like 10 and he's handing me cards. I'm going to be like, whoa, free porn.
Yeah,
and I'm going to be collecting them like crazy.
Absolutely, I want to have a good fucking time. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to be collecting them like crazy.
You ever just sock an old woman in the street? Fuck yes.
I did flip off an old lady one time.
You probably thought that was the coolest shit.
It was really satisfying.
Why? What did she do?
She just went, but it was like such a like genuinely offended noise that it was like
what had you done?
Well, okay, so here's what it was, right? Is you know when you're like getting off a plane and you're supposed to kind of go like in the order that you are. She was just taking fucking forever to like get out of her seat, and I was behind her, so I just went in front of her, and she went, "Excuse you?" So I just stuck my middle finger in her face, and she just went.
Wait, where was this?
This was just getting off a plane.
Oh, you fucking bastard, Lyle.
She deserved it. I don't know. To have that noise leave your mouth, you just got to be fucking sheltered and taken care of your entire life. That was probably an old lady that just like married into money. Fuck her.
The last time
I know her whole life story just based on that fucking sound that escaped her lips.
That was funny the way you did it.
That's exactly how it sounded.
I've definitely like had some of my like more gritty human moments at airports.
Tomar and I made, like, I think he was gonna die a couple last time we recorded.
Did you really?
When Tomar dropped me off, there's a guy. Tomar like parked on the side.
I know what you're talking about.
Tomar,
Okay.
you tell the story.
No, I mean it's not so much happened, but basically, I was dropping Zach off at an area near his house. So I pull off to the side. I signal. I pull off to the side of the road, and I come to a stop. And then there's some guy like behind me who I guess wanted to turn right past that.
Yeah.
He could have easily gone around me, but he decided
Also,
just like
mention that you were parked in a parking designated
it was a
area.
legal parking area. Like there was like a street sign that had like parking hours, so I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was pulled over completely to the side, but this guy wanted to turn right and was just mad that he had to like slow down or stop. So he like lays on the horn behind me, probably assuming I was just parking. And then Zach got out and he points at him and he's like, "Go get that!"
Yeah, I was like, there it is, that guy right there. And then I shut the door and Tomar like sped forward, and I'm not
And
kidding.
the guy freaked
The
out.
guy floored it, and he like went right.
This was at a red light,
This is a
by
red
the
light.
way.
So the guy floors it. I think he was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna kill me." He looked. I was actually very scared. He floored it, went right, and then like went.
He went
did
right and then did a right again. Basically, he illegally ran the red light.
Yeah, he basically went straight, but he was like terrified. I think you know because I pointed and I like hit the Tomar's car, and Tomar sped up behind him, and the guy like peeled out. He was terrified. Like Tomar,
And I didn't like honk or anything. I just like flashed my brights twice to
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, man, what the hell?"
The guy was actually. I love that.
That sounds like a wicked day you guys had.
And then, then later that day, Tomar pulled out his revolver and said, "Do you believe in God?" And the guy
That definitely didn't happen.
The guy screamed.
do you believe
And
in
then
God?
later that day, while I wasn't there,
Do you believe in
Tomar
God?
pulled out his gun.
Yeah, you know what, Zach? Your story doesn't make any sense.
Tomar literally was bragging that he's a 3D printer where he 3D prints
keep
illegal
running
bump
up-
stocks.
Have I ever told you guys about the rudest fucking thing someone has ever done to me?
What did I
I'd
do?
like to hear it.
I like how you assume it's you. No, I was at a fucking airport, and I was waiting for my plane, so I was just sitting at the chairs, the plane waiting chairs, and this guy has these kids that are like acting up and yelling and just being shitty.
Yeah.
And so what he does is he starts yelling at his kids. I don't know what he was saying because he was speaking some other language, but he takes them over to me, and then he puts one on one side of me and one on the other side of me to like separate them, but using me as a divider. And I was so fucking taken aback. Like, I couldn't believe that a human being would like do that intentionally to another human being.
You just stood up and walked away.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly what I
Yeah,
did.
Okay.
I wish I would have fucking said something to him though. Like, I wish in that story I would have been like, dude, you cannot do that to people. What the fuck?
No,
But
that's really bad.
I didn't. I just fucking got up and left.
That's
Oh.
fucked.